Yeah, so that's a lot of algorithms development and all. I got into the before the percentage of girl children opting towards science and technology was very few, of the ratio of 3%. Today that percentage has grown up to 12 to 15%, and present day the school children are so enthusiastic to learn about the science subject. The complexity and the challenges they are seeing is solvable, and then they are willing to take up this field. Girl children are coming up and taking up this field. It's really an encouraging, and what we need to have is a dedicated mind to learn and sustain this field.
Many of you might have heard school day, college day, cultural day, hostel day, farewell day. But research day is somewhat different and unique. In fact, we conceptualized the concept of research day at SRM University, Chennai in the year 2011. And I have been instrumental for that, and it's being continued for about more than 10 years there. Here at SRM AP also, we discuss with the faculty members, the research scholars and students, and all of them supported and wanted the research day to be conducted.
It's a research day is a unique initiative. Now we have a science day, which celebrates the discovery of Raman effect. We have the technology day, which is the first nuclear test which we did in '98. We have mathematics day, which is the birthday of Srinivasa Ramanujan. But now Professor Narayana Rao has started the research day here.
It's an honor for me to be a part of this, where you have
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the fourth edition of Research Day. Before we go ahead with the proceedings of the day, I may request Dr. Murali Krishna Sir, convener Research Day, February 2022, to accompany the dignitaries to the dais. And I also request Dr. Lakshmi Sirisha Ma'am and Dr. Sabyasachi Sir, the co-conveners of Research Day, February 2022, to come on to the dais.
Good afternoon to all the dignitaries, professors, students, and all the attendees of this Research Day celebration. First of all, I would like to welcome all of you to this event and thank you all for being a part of this.
It is said that the quality of research work defines the quality of a university. With the motive to foster the research culture among the students and faculty members of SRM AP, our university has been conducting a series of Research Day events since 2020, with active participation from students, research scholars, and the faculty, we are here with the 4th edition of this prestigious event.
Now may I invite our Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, Sir, Professor D. Narayan Rao, to give us the welcome address.
The distinguished scientist and Director General of Defense Research Development Organization, DRDO, the world well-known missile lady, Nari Shakti Samman, Missile Bhushan Samman, and the chief guest of today's Research Day function, Dr. T.C. Thomas, our beloved Vice Chancellor, Professor V.S. Rao Garu, Professor Damodar Acharya, Dr. Prasad Reddy, Professor M.R. Rao Garu, Professor P.P. Sinha, Professor Muttami Selvan, Dr. Colonel Ravi Kumar, who are available online and who are participating in this. The deans, associate deans, directors, heads of departments, faculty members, research scholars, my dear young students, good friends from print and electronic media, the convener, co-conveners of the Research Day function, and other members of the organizing committee of Research Day. Ladies and gentlemen, I extend a warm welcome to all of you to the 4th edition of Research Day function being held now. Universities, as all of you know, are viewed as creators of new knowledge, innovative ideas, providers of skilled manpower, agents for social changes, symbols of international repute and prestige. Research and innovation are central to growing and sustaining a large and vibrant society and economy. Innovations in science and technology are an integral part of the long-term growth and dynamism of any nation. The Honorable Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi ji, emphatically and firmly believes that our future will be secure and our global leadership will sustain only when we produce the next generation of world-class scientists, technologists, researchers, and innovators. As India emerges as one of the world's largest economies, it needs to gradually move from a net consumer of knowledge to becoming a net producer of knowledge, from consumer of knowledge to a net producer of knowledge. Thus, we firmly believe that it is difficult to have outstanding higher education and teaching in an environment where knowledge creation is not taking place. Thus, SRM University, Andhra Pradesh, emphasizes a great need and provides support to carry out research by the faculty members, research scholars, and students as well. New technologies in the domains of advanced materials and nanotechnology, artificial intelligence and machine learning, virtual reality, augmented virtual reality, quantum computing, biotechnology, healthcare, and pharmaceuticals, fuel cell-based cars, buses, trains, aircrafts, and submarines, etc., will be the key drivers of growth. The government aims to have electric vehicles sales accounting for 30% of private cars, 70% for commercial vehicles, and 80% for 2- and 3-wheelers by 2020. That's the emphasis being given by the government of India for e-mobility in this country. Strengthening the EV ecosystem will spur the demand for green vehicles. India would increase the non-fossil energy capacity to 500,000 megawatts by 2030 and would meet 50% of its energy requirements from renewable energy by 2030. This strategy opens up huge employment opportunities and will take the country on a sustainable development path. The past 2 years have put a spotlight on healthcare sector, and it is truly to our credit as a nation that all stakeholders have worked together to fight the pandemic. The fact that we have vaccinated over 1 billion people is now our shield against any future risk. The open platform, digital backbone of the National Digital Health Mission will enable universal access for all, and it will revolutionize health delivery. The future of healthcare in this country is exciting with the seamless integration of physical resources with the digital platforms. It's going to be a decade of transformation, one that will have a multiplier effect on economy and make India future ready. The indigenous, medium altitude, long endurance unmanned aerial vehicle development program by the DRDO has crossed a milestone by reaching an altitude of 25,000 feet and an endurance of 10 hours. Dr. Tessie Thomas, our chief guest, said that within 2 months, they will demonstrate an altitude of 30,000, which is presently 25,000. And also, they will enhance the endurance time from 10 to 18 hours to meet the requirements of the services. Drones, third eye in the sky, have several applications in a large number of areas. Ministry of Defense, Home Affairs, Health and Family Welfare, Power, Road, Transport, Panchayat Raj, Agriculture, Environment and Forests have been told to exploit drone applications in a large number of areas. Some of you may think why I am enumerating all this. I will substantiate my statements in a couple of minutes. Startups will be promoted to facilitate drone Shakti through varied applications and for drone as a service, DRAS. The Union Cabinet approved a 76,000 crore scheme to boost semiconductor and display manufacturing in the country. The Chips to Startups program would develop 35,000 well-trained engineers. Semiconductor designers would be given the opportunity to begin startups. The government would bear 50% of the expense, as you know, under the design linked incentive scheme. The entire program would lead to 35,000 high quality direct jobs and indirect employment of more than 1 lakh members. Foreseeing the dawn of the golden age of startups in India, our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji issued a call to the country's youth to adopt the motto of compete and conquer. Compete and conquer as their guiding principle in life. You, the young students, have and will have abundant opportunities in all the above emerging areas of technology, which the earlier generations present here did not have. I repeat, the young students and young research scholars have abundant opportunities in several areas which I mentioned. I mentioned only a few for paucity of time, but now it's a decade of happening. And future will be much faster than what we think. Thus, I wish all the students present here, offline, online, will consider that they have golden opportunities which their fathers and forefathers did not have. COVID-19 pandemic reflected the can-do spirit of the youth of today. It has reflected, yes, the youth of this country can do. We designed and developed many things. Pre-COVID, we were not even having masks. Universities such as SRM University provide opportunities to the students and faculty members to fulfill their passion in science and technology and carry out frontline research. As all of you are aware, National Education Policy 2020 sharply focuses on research and multidisciplinary approaches. Now I wish to draw the attention of the media present here. At SRM University, Andhra Pradesh, we are developing 25 years vision of research and development spanning over the next 25 years, that is from 2022 to 2047. During the next 25 years, faculty members, research scholars, and students wish to carry out significant and outstanding research in the following areas. Some of them being water resources and management, blue economy, self-diagnostic medical devices, drug development, APIs, new age medicines, clean energy, hydrogen as a potential replacement of fossil fuels. You are all aware that the Honorable Prime Minister has announced National Hydrogen Mission on 15th August 2021. So some of our programs align with the national missions. So we would like to generate hydrogen as a clean energy. Already we have started the efforts. Solar vehicles, fuel-based train. We have established an MOU with the Ministry of Railways to develop a hydrogen-powered fuel cell-based train. Electric vehicles, fast charging electrode materials, sodium-ion batteries. We initiated this activity in association with the leading battery manufacturer of the country, Amar Raja Batteries Limited. Smart mobility, materials genome, self-healing materials, stealth materials for airborne platforms, metal foams, particularly aluminum and gold foams, additive manufacturing, smart and advanced materials, directed energy systems, waste management, carbon capture and utilization, quantum technologies for communications and quantum computers, photonics radar. Many of you might have heard only radar which works with RF energy. This university is contemplating to develop a photonics radar. AI-based sensors, AI in healthcare, natural language processing, NLP. So SRM University provides the students research-based learning for knowledge creation and innovative ideas. Further, we train the students with a desire to do and with a desire to learn and equip themselves to take up challenging tasks that they encounter in their careers. There is a dire need to emphasize the pride and prestige associated with research to make the students feel honored and excited for their scientific pursuits. Thus, Research Day is being organized to provide an opportunity for the students to get a comprehensive knowledge on the diverse research activities being carried out in the university here. It is also a chance for the enthusiastic students to present their research work before a host of other researchers. The 4th edition of the Research Day is being organized today. After review and screening, 285 abstracts were presented by the students, research scholars, and faculty members. The best adjudged papers are now being awarded with gold and silver medals by our chief guest, Dr. Tessie Thomas. Thus, I'm sure that the research day will give an opportunity for the students to showcase and exhibit their burning aptitude for research. I'm also confident Dr. Tessie Thomas, with her rich and varied experiences, will definitely motivate the students to take up research as their career. I appreciate and congratulate the organizers of the research day, and I wish the event a grand success. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai Vigyan. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir, for those wonderful words. I would like to call upon Dr. Lakshmi Sirisha Ma'am from the Department of Mechanical Engineering to introduce our chief guest, Dr. Tessie Thomas.
A very good afternoon, one and all presented here. Myself, Dr. Sirisha from Mechanical Department. I'm extremely overwhelmed to get this opportunity to speak about the introduction of chief guest. With your permission, Madam, Dr. Tessie Thomas obtained her BTech degree from Government Engineering College, Tiruchur in Electrical Engineering in the year of 1985 and ME in Guided Missiles from Institute of Armament Technology in the year of 1986 and PhD from JNTU Hyderabad in the year of 2014. Dr. Tessie Thomas joined IIT Pune as a faculty member in Guided Missiles in the year 1986. She joined DRDL Hyderabad in 1988. She was associated with Agni program right from its development flights. She has designed the guidance scheme for long-range missile systems, which is used in all Agni missiles and underwater weapon systems. An energy management guidance scheme was designed and developed for the first time in the country for all solid propelled long-range systems, for which she was conferred with Agni Self-Reliance Award in the year of 2001. In her work spanning more than 34 years, she has contributed in various fields such as guidance, control, inertial navigation, trajectory simulation, and mission design. She led a major project, Agni 4, as project director for state-of-art system with many new technologies in the missile systems, leading to weight and space optimization and mass fractions comparable to other missiles in the world, with the development of composite rocket motor casing and advanced avionics for the first time in the country. As project director for the long-range Agni 5 system, she designed guidance scheme for 3-stage all-solid rocket system, which resulted in high impact accuracy for the class of ICBM. As director, Advanced System Laboratory, Drdo, she held multi-dimensional roles and responsibilities in strategic mission planning and infrastructure development and lead the development of strategic missile systems. Presently, she is leading the Aeronautical System Cluster Laboratories as Director General with the responsibility of design and development of state-of-the-art UAVs, manned and unmanned aircrafts, aero-gas turbine engine technology, airborne surveillance systems, technologies and systems related to parachute and lighter-than-air systems for the armed forces. Above this, she has the membership of prestigious societies like Fellow of Indian National Academy of Engineers, FNAE, Fellow of Telangana Academy of Sciences, FTAS, Fellow of Institute of Engineers in India, Fellow and Vice President of Aeronautical Society of India, and many more. Former chairmanship. She nominated as first woman member in IIT Council by President of India and Union HRD Ministry. Nominated as member in Scientific Advisor Committee to the Cabinet, Government of India. Nominated as member of Indian National Commission for Cooperation with UNESCO on Education by Ministry of HRD. Nominated as member in the Standing Committee for Promoting Women in Science by Government of India, Ministry of Science and Technology, and many more like this. In her account, she has more than 30 awards and honors. Few of them are DRDO Award for Path-Breaking Research, Outstanding Technology Development, DRDO Scientist of the Year, DRDO Performance Excellence Award for Agni 4, DRDO Performance Excellence Award for Agni 5, Lal Bahadur Shastri National Award for Excellence in Public Administration, Academics and Management, Dr. Kalpana Chawla Memorial Lecture Honor, India Today Women of the Year, CNN IBN Indian of the Year Special Achievement Award, Outstanding Women Award by National Commission for Women, National Award titled Maharana Uday Singh Award, Vanita Ratnam Puraskaram, Dr. Y. Naidamma Memorial Award, facilitated by Andhra Pradesh Science Congress, Andhra Pradesh Academy of Sciences as Distinguished Women Scientist Award, facilitated with Nari Shakti Samman, conferred with Outstanding Women Achiever, honored with First Ladies Award, First Missile Woman of India from the Honorable President of India as exceptional women who transcended barriers to be the first in their fields, Missile Bhushan Samman and Eminent Engineer Award. Madam, we are really delighted to have you here. Once again, we would like to extend our warmest welcome to you, Madam. Thank you for being inspiration to all, especially women like me. Thank you.
Mute.
Thank you, ma'am. It is a matter of pride to announce we have received 285 students, research scholars, and faculty members that were accepted for the presentation. Now it's time to release the book of abstracts. So let's appreciate this moment with a round of applause.
Release funding, no? Release.
On behalf of Middle best presence of Dr. T.C. Thomas, now we are releasing these abstracts on behalf of Dr. T.C. Thomas.
Now, here is the most awaited part of the day. I now request our chief guest, Dr. Tessie Thomas, to address our eager audience. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Very respected Professor V.S. Rao, Chancellor, SRM University, Professor Narayan Rao, Pro Vice Chancellor, SRM University, and all the distinguished members present here, faculty members, and my dear students, a very good afternoon to all of you. Indeed, I am really happy to be here on the Research Day 2022 with you all at SRM University. Today, when we talk about research, the aptitude for research, which leads to innovative and applied researches, our country is looking for the importance of research. If you see the very latest, that is our budget also has projected 25% towards the research fund. So it shows the importance how the country is looking for an innovative change towards achieving self-reliance. Government of India has initiated under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi
towards development of indigenous systems and achieving Atmanirbhar Bharat. We are today celebrating all across the country the 75 years of independence and the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, where we bring out somewhat our achievements, what has been achieved by our country. And Professor Narayan Rao had spoken about the new areas of research which are in the pipeline of development within the SRM University, and really happy to note that SRM University is into the new areas of research. And my dear students, you are all getting a very valuable opportunity to do the research. So you all should tap this opportunity to take on the research work within the country and make the country grow in economy as well. The overall growth in science and technology shows us a picture of how our country's development. Now, coming to few of our research areas which DRDO has been involved, I would like to talk on few of the technologies. If you look at the DRDO's history, DRDO's focus is on to put India on world map, and DRDO has positioned the nation among top few countries in the world with multi-level strategic capabilities. We have own ballistic missile defense programs, own main battle tanks, electronic warfare and multi-range radar programs. We have indigenously developed 4+ generation fighter aircraft, airborne early warning and control systems, and the missile, the whole range of from tactical to cruise missiles to strategic nuclear systems. So that is the way we have gone through the path of self-reliance and self-sufficiency towards the technology growth and bringing in a lot of indigenous capability. If you look at the evolution of aerospace, from the history, starting from our mythological knowledge, they also talk about application of this aerospace. Then came the early man, where javelins, catapults, aided weapons like catapults, bow and arrow. Then during the Tipu Sultan's era, we hear about the Battle of Pulalur and Battle of Kundur, where we were using the chemical weapons or chemical rockets, and the history says more than 5,000 such rockets were used. And we go through the world across. The temple wall panels of Egypt depicts pictures of aeroplanes, structures looking like the unmanned aerial vehicles. All has been depicted. It all shows that there exists the growth in technology way back from then onwards. Then moving on to the modern technology areas, where modern missiles, like starting from V2 rocket to the development of propulsion guidance. Now, today we talk about missiles launching multiple re-entry vehicles, one single missile launching multiple towards multiple targets, and our own country, Isro, has developed multiple satellites getting launched from a single vehicle. These are all the capabilities what has been already achieved by our country. Overall, when we look at the aerospace within our country, it's generally government-sponsored national programs, but we are now moving on to the capability of developing indigenous systems have come, and we are moving on to the research partners with academia, industry to handhold and develop a country as an overall development in the science and technology. So looking at ISRO, we have the space launch vehicles, GSLV, PSLV, giving lot of satellites getting launched for the INSAT, GSAT, very recently, few days before the Earth observation satellites. All these are capabilities towards the development from the ISRO side. Then we have missile and aircraft side with the DRDO, aircraft like LCA, small transport aircraft, the SARAS, helicopter, advanced lightweight helicopters, UAVs, and missiles range capability from 300 meters to 5,000 kilometers. All has happened with the amalgamation of industry, DPSUs, private industries, and academic institutions all across the country has contributed, and all the engineering colleges with lot of aerospace and aeronautical subjects, be it any field in the engineering, their aerospace needs the technology from all these areas. Very specifically, when we look at the ISRO's space program achievements, technology development towards the cryogenic technology, launch of geostationary satellites, recovery of re-entry vehicle which is maneuvering and then re-entering back to the Earth's atmosphere at a very high velocity, and recovering the total module, injection of 104 satellites from a single launch, missions like Chandrayaan, Mangalyaan, and now preparing towards the man in space Gaganyaan mission. So these, with this development, all this is a possibility. Now coming to my area of missiles, there again we have two classes: the tactical short range single stage propulsion with the terminal guidance, the seeker, whereas the strategic long range ballistic missiles, where we have multiple stages of rockets, high accuracy technologies are required because we need to have high accurate impact. And then we look at the navigation and navigation control and guidance performance, which will give high accuracy systems. Based on the missile role to be performed, we have different variations like surface to surface, surface to air, air to air, air to surface, against a tank, anti-tank missiles. And based on the range, again, they are short range to medium range to intermediate ballistic missiles, intercontinental ballistic missiles. Based on the cruising of the missiles at constant altitude, we categorize in the cruise missiles, very low flying, which capability like also has been established. Now, like surface to air missiles, when we say quick reaction interceptors against a range from 300 meters to 80 kilometer and more by the Akash systems and its variants. Air to air, the Astra missile beyond the visual range interception, range capability more than 100 kilometers, which works on the seeker and the final terminal guidance. Anti-tank, again, a fire and forget system, which has dual seekers, the IR base or the dual mode RF seekers, which has a range capability of 5 kilometers. The subsonic cruise missiles like Nirbhay class, which can fly at a very low altitude for more than 1,000 kilometers, less than like 100 meters to even 5 meters. So no radars can detect, and such capability has been proven and established. Then we have the joint venture, the BrahMos class of missiles, one of first of its kind in the world, the supersonic cruise missiles, which has applications from all the land, ship, air-based launches, and range capability from 300 kilometers to 1,000 kilometers. Then we have the anti-ballistic missile defense, where endo and exo-atmospheric interception has been successfully proven. India is the country to have successive interceptions demonstrated using the C4I, the command control, communication, and computer-based intelligence, and with the final terminal guidance. We have already inducted into the surface services, the surface to surface systems, the Prithvi class, range capability with multiple variants from 40 kilometers up to 350 kilometers. It has land version as well as a ship launch versions. So the different types of missiles has been developed for the nation's requirement. Then comes the Agni class, where the capability, as I said, Agni 1 starts with 300 to 700. Then Agni 2, 800 to 2000. Then Agni 3, 1500 to 3000. So Agni 1, 2, 3 was one type of technology where we have used metallic rocket motors as the casing. And from there, when we start looking at the newer areas or the world across, they talk about technologies with the composite structures, composite technology, which is again a new area for our field of research. And that is how we looked at how we are not able to achieve the range capability of world class. Agni 3 with the 50-ton launch mass, we were only able to reach up to 3000, whereas world across talks about more than that range capability. That's how the thought process towards new generation missiles in the strategic field, that is the Agni 4 and Agni 5, started looking at. The Agni 4 with less than half the weight of Agni 3. So less than Agni 4 with 22 tons, we could achieve 4,000 kilometers. Whereas Agni 5, which was the same launch mass as Agni 3, with 2 stages of composite rocket motor casings, we could achieve 5,000 kilometers. It's a jump in range capability. When we talk about mass fractions, 1 kg extra weight, 1 kg weight will take away 4 to 5 kilometers of range capability. So we had to have an optimistic or the design factors of the missile design has to take care of the these factors so that we don't lose on the range capability. So overall, when we look at missile design, its range, the payload capability, launch platforms, the type of navigation guidance, onboard computation. When we started working, for me itself, the first of the algorithms we were coding in 8086 systems. And today we talk of onboard computers with system on chip. So that is the computational capability what has come. We could build in more and more algorithms into it and computation on board. And when we look at the guidance systems, the inertial navigation systems started from the mechanically tuned gyros, DTG based gyros, wherein which the sensor performance in terms of drift and bias and errors were large in comparison. And then range of developments towards RLG based ring laser gyros based navigation, wherein the drift or or the error reduction by 1/10 and 100, stability improvement in the accelerometers, which were giving very accurate systems. So with the guidance and the all the new set of inertial navigation systems, today we talk about MEMS based INS, FOG based INS, and aided along with the GPS based technologies, HRG based INS. The accuracy improvement has been tremendous, and we achieved the impact accuracy in single digit with respect to in meters, less than that, and being such a system of capability to strike the targets with very high accuracy. Today we talk about the missiles traveling 5,000 kilometers and hitting the target within the single digit with the accuracy. It's a tremendous achievement as far as technology and the capability of the systems. And missile guidance, again, for the tactical missiles, we use the command guidance, homing guidance based on the seeker, that is target search, track, and then home on to it. Then the inertial type of guidance. When we look at control systems within the aerospace, we have the aerodynamic control, where we have a aerodynamic moving control surfaces, which are effective only in the atmospheric phase. And then we look at the thrust vector control, where the change in direction of the thrust by using the flex nozzles or secondary injection of fluids, jet vanes, hot gas bleeder systems. That is how we take care of the control part. Then we have actuation systems, both hydraulic as well as electromechanical capabilities from big tonnage of systems varying from different actuation capabilities has been established. Materials required for this control actuation system, development of specific magnetic materials, superconducting magnetic materials, high energy materials, critical technologies are possible today when we look in terms of servo valve, MEMS materials, high pressure and high temperature actuation system. All is a possibility. Because of our computational capability has improved, today we can simulate the missile aerodynamics, separation dynamics, which were all an unknown factor when we were all working. When I talk about 20 years to 30 years before, but today it's not like that. The fluid dynamics, VFD analysis, we get a perfect replica of what can go during the dynamics, like re-entry, thermal environment when it is re-entering back to the atmosphere, possible with wind tunnel testing, then supersonic as well as hypersonic data simulations. We can study the jet interactions and basic flow analysis, thermal environment predictions, even the simulation of ablation effects during the re-entry, 3D moving grid flow analysis, drag estimations, all plasma formation, all is possible today with the technology enhancements. And with, as I mentioned about the airframe, also from the metal to, we are moved on to composite, which gives the weight advantage, as I mentioned. Then we are looking for futuristic research areas like smart materials, functionally graded materials, CNT, that is carbon nanotube impregnated structures to give the strength. So these are all the technologies what is moving towards the missile structure, where it has to withstand the thermal as well as the structural loads. When we look at the Agni, we could develop only because of developing the technologies like the re-entry vehicle structure, which has to travel a height of almost 1,000 kilometers in altitudes and then re-enter back. So that structure has to withstand temperatures more than the order of 3,000 to 4,000 degrees centigrade. And the thickness of this RVS structure is the order of 20 to 25 mm. And all your avionics, which has to perform further in our activities, can withstand only a temperature of 50 to 60 degrees centigrade. So this re-entry vehicle structure with the carbon composite with two different composite layers, the carbon epoxy for the structural layer and the outer layer, the carbon phenolic for thermal protection, which with the property of the ablation, it holds the temperature and doesn't allow to propagate to the inner structure. That is how development of this composite material and the structure would allow us to think about launching of Agni class of systems. Then came, when we started first, it was with the liquid propelled systems, where the overall complexity carrying corrosive fuel and oxidizers. So we had to switch over to from the liquid propulsion, very complex as well as high mass fractions, heavy systems. So we had to think about a field-worthy system. That's how the solid rocket motor and the technology required for the development of taking it to one single missile launching for 3,000 kilometers to 5,000 kilometers with a solid propulsion onboard guidance. That's where I was fortunate to work on the guidance laws, and with the single missions, we can take care of any target. Only what is needed to the missile is the launch point and the target point. And anywhere within 0 to 360 degrees, you can launch with this range capabilities of these missiles. That's the type of onboard guidance has been developed, and this exists. It's an explicit onboard based guidance, and it has now been used very well in all our systems. And development of propulsion with the better and better propellants capabilities has been achieved. When we talk about the other technology, a new area is the hypersonic technology, wherein which DRDO could develop the hypersonic test vehicle and proven the capability to strike, to have a hypersonic scramjet engine proven, so that tomorrow we can take up this technology to a world to the world for an extended air defense, satellite launch and space tourism, faster intercontinental travel. It's only we need to have development of high temperature materials and better endothermic fuel. And today the country is working on this indigenously developed scramjet propulsion system. All we need to do on this part of is more on the hot structure, the high temperature materials, development of nickel based alloys, and the thermal protection system. When we look at the electronics, we have seen a vast change in the technology. When we talk about computers, real-time systems were something now today faster than real-time embedded systems, DSP-based signal processing, high-end processors, fault-tolerant mechanisms, redundancy, safety interlocks. So all is possible because of our computational speed, increase in speed, and the miniaturization of the IC chips, what has come Today we can think about incorporating self-correcting and reconfigurable systems on board. So that is the technological advancements which has happened in this aerospace technology. When we look at the innovative research, it can be applied in the four fields. Let us say social and economic, when we think about the artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, big data analytics, machine learning, deep learning, all are can be applied for this innovative research towards the social and economic requirements. When we look at the human and the environmental technology, gene therapy, computer aided surgery, minimally invasive surgery, all are a possibility. When we look at consumer technology, that's the quantum computing, communication systems, fuel cells, LED technology, 3D printing, numerous applications. Again, aerospace, when we look the smart materials, as I mentioned, self-healing materials, where we can think about having the risk mitigation in aircraft failures, where self-healing epoxies incorporated onto the metals in order to prevent the corrosion, and cross-linked polymers used to avoid failures due to creep in the aircraft structures, micro capsules healing for avoiding the cracks in high stress regions. These can be embedded. The micro sensors or nano sensors can sense the health of the structure and can in turn get the sensor to release the message saying that there is a minute level or micro level, nano level crack development, and the self-healing epoxies can be spread with the smart material technology, and then this risk can be avoided. So that is the type of technology today the world is having. And from missiles, we have started moving on to the fighter aircraft. That is way back, Wright brothers never would have thought in 1903 when they have flown the aeroplane, they would not have thought the kilometers and kilometers of flying of aeroplanes are happening, aircrafts are happening. Today, we are able to achieve unmanned capabilities in these areas. Kilometers UAVs are flying, but I'm talking about the military application systems where medium range to long endurance UAVs are flying. Almost 1,000 kilometers capability has been achieved. So that is the type of growth which has happened in unmanned areas, wherein which all is possible because of the computation capability what has come up. We can have the estimation technologies, AI-based algorithms, which gives the scenario. And so that is how when we look at the war scenario change, it has moved toward the net-centric, that is from months-long wars towards hours and weeks and hours and to seconds. And today when we talk about cyber attacks, that's again a form of war scenario, wherein which milliseconds it takes to fight a war in that cyber area. So that is the way the technology has moved and capabilities have been established. So when we look at the research today, as mentioned by your Pro Vice Chancellor, the areas of technologies in quantum computing, artificial intelligence, robotics, 3D printing, additive manufacturing, any field you take, there is a quantum jump in technology available, and as students from a reputed university, you are all are getting the opportunity to do research in this areas, which will give us enormous capabilities. And today the knowledge is all around us. Only we need to work, learn and work, and know the know-how and know why. I think our country is going to make immense capabilities in this field of science and technology. With this, I once again congratulate SRM University in celebrating the Research Day and the research winners for the medals. I congratulate all of them for their achievements. Keep the spirit of research and innovations and brighten it, enlighten it, and make all of us proud. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Thank you so much for your motivational words, ma'am. Thank you so much for your motivational words, ma'am.
Now it's time for the results.
I have to go for another meeting. If any, I'm not able to hear. Otherwise, we can't hear. Not able to hear. Yeah, we are not able to hear.
Thank you, Riyaz and Manogna. First of all, I would like to congratulate all the medalists, and I request you to come on this side of the guys so that our first of all, I would like to congratulate all the medalists of the Research Day 2022, and I request you to come on this side of the dais so that our volunteer can help you to make the sequence. And now I would like to invite our Vice Chancellor, Sir, Professor V.S. Rao, to felicitate the student in UG-PG category in physical mode. In the thematic area, artificial intelligence and machine learning, gold medal has been awarded to Sai Yasaswini Kandimala with Tejodbhav Kodaru, Neeraj Kumar Sharma for the presentation, Virtual Machine Instances Prediction using Deep Learning and Machine Learning Techniques at Cloud Data Center. In the thematic area, artificial intelligence and machine learning, silver medal has been awarded to Karinaga Mohan Reddy with Teluguntala NB, Kanyaka Yasasvi, Jayant Vallabhneni, Nanduri Geeta for the presentation, face mask detection using ResNet 50. In the thematic area, data science, gold medal has been awarded to Appala Vikas with Naren Deepika, Paruchuri Karishma, Kamireddy Lokesh, Saleti Sumallatha for the presentation, session-based elective course recommendation system. In the thematic area, electric vehicles, gold medal has been awarded to Pabolu Mohan Aditya with Mudi Reddy Raviteja, Ankam Chaitanya for the presentation a novel methodology of converting an IC engine scooter into a hybrid electric scooter. Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to invite our Pro Vice Chancellor, Sir, Professor D. Narayan Rao, to felicitate the medalists. In the thematic area, energy, gold medal has been awarded to Mori Venkata Krishna Siddhartha with Ishukpalli Siva, Mova Madhusudan, Mudireddy Raviteja. So gold medal in the thematic area energy has been awarded to Mori Venkata Krishna Siddhartha with Ishukapalli Siva Bhargava, Mova Madhusudan, Mudireddy Raviteja for the presentation portable off-grid solar power backup system.
What's your ambition?
Gold medal in the thematic area Humanities and Social Science has been awarded to Nirukta Valamutti with Mahi Pamnani, Muhammad Tameen for the presentation Is Chocolate Really Sweet? A philosophical exploration into the nature of reality and experience. In the thematic area, image processing, gold medal has been awarded to Pavan Mohan for the presentation content-based image thresholding scheme for image and pigment classification. In the thematic area, Internet of Things,
Pavan Mohan is being awarded the gold medal 4th time. Big applause.
in the
As a token of appreciation from SRM University AP, we would like to present a memento virtually to our chief guest. May I now request our Vice Chancellor Sir and Pro Vice Chancellor Sir to do the honors.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Now I would like to invite our Dean Cs, Professor B.V. Babu, to felicitate the medalist. In the thematic area, Internet of Things, gold medal has been awarded to P. Mohani Steja with P. Sampath, G. Tarun, S. Monica, and Dr. Ashok Pradhan For the presentation, Smart Solid Waste Management System for Smart Cities. In the thematic area, Internet of Things, silver medal has been awarded to IoT and ANN-based automatic water level monitoring system for dams to VMVS Aditya with Dr. V. Satish Krishnadhuli, CHTS Tanishq, V. Chaitanya Padrisai. In the thematic area, civil and infrastructure, gold medal has been awarded to Naradasu Venkata Suresh with Kativarapu Kaushik, Jamula Venkateshwara Rao, Tanugna Malarapu, Bharakti Dhatrika for the presentation, automatic area surveying instruments using a laser beam. In the thematic area, robotics and dynamics 3D printing, gold medal has been awarded to Akapedi Naga Lalita Shravya with Goli Priyanka, Pachigola Krishna, Kota Vasu for the presentation, mass translation and validation of a hypersonic perfect gas solver. In the thematic area, software applications, gold medal has been awarded to Kandala Sri Ramamurthy with Dr. V.M. Manikanandan, Bhavna Siddhineni for the presentation, a modified alias gamma encoding procedure with bit plane compression for reversible data hiding in images. In the thematic area VLSI, gold medal has been awarded to Garikapati Anit Chaudhary with Kandimala Anjana Krishna for the presentation, graphene field effect transistor for biosensing. In the thematic area COVID-19, gold medal has been awarded to CHTS Tanishq with VMVS Aditya and Dr. Anirban Ghosh for the presentation of wearable face shield. Thank you, sir. Now I would like to Dr. Pankaj Pathak to announce the remaining list of the medalists.
Thank you, Dr. Thank you, Dr. Ranjana. In the category of faculty and research scholar, first I would like to invite Professor S.N. Panda, sir, Dean Academic Affairs, to facilitate our awardees. In the thematic area, civil engineering, the gold medal has been awarded to Kusum B.V. Siva Kavya, along with Dr. Ravi Teja, for their work on tensile force prediction in anchored geomembrane liners using machine learning. In the thematic area, chemical sciences, the gold medal has been awarded to Ramaraju Kovari, along with Kangaraja Mahaswamy, Subramanyam Manathan, for their work on metal-free visible light-induced denitrogenative synthesis of isoquinoline and isorodolene from 1,2,3-benzo-triazonames. In the thematic area, chemical sciences, the silver medal has been awarded to Arunima Jina Chandra, along with Jayashree K, Dr. Anil K. Suresh, Dr. Benesil Rajapandya, for their work on photochemical reduction of AgNPS on egg cells membrane for SERS application. In the thematic area computer science and engineering, the gold medal has been awarded to Anusha Nalajala along with Professor T. Raghunathan for their research on efficient prefetching and read algorithm for improving performance of the distributed file system. In the thematic area electrical and electronic engineering, the gold medal has been awarded to Shashank Das Gangula along with Dr. Toshif Khan, Dr. Ramanujan Reddy for their research on control techniques for output voltage regulation in DC-DC buck converter. In the thematic area electronics and communication, the gold medal has been awarded to Lakshmi Kuruvantala along with Dr. Karthikeyan Vinila Chandra Drdo for their research on high-dimensional seismic data reconstruction using fast dictionary learning method. Thank you, sir, for awarding the student. Now, I would like to request Professor Raghunathan, Associate Dean Engineering, to award. The gold medal in the thematic area humanities and social sciences, the gold medal has been awarded to Dr. Hari Venkatesh along with Dr. Bhushan Praveen, Dr. Annarado Suveri for their research work on how global value chains change the link between trade and finance. In the thematic area, humanities and social sciences, the silver medal has been awarded to Devarapalli Suman, along with Dr. Lalita Mohapatra and Dr. Aparna Chakravarti Chaudhary on research for quality assessment of integrated reporting, analytical evidence for Indian companies. In the thematic area mathematics, the gold medal has been given to Preeti Prasanna Mandal along with Dr. Fozil Atik, Dr. Firdausi Praveen for the research on the distance spectra of M generation and prism graph. In the thematic area mechanical engineering, the gold medal has been awarded to Matyajan Sangang along with Dr. Lakshmi Sirisa Mangati for their research on the effect of non-uniform solar illumination and temperature distribution on transient flat plate compound parabolic concentrator. In the thematic area physical sciences, the gold medal has been awarded to Sai Lakshmi Janga along with Sai Lakshmi Dr. Jatish Chats for their research on fabrication of tin-based 2D material for nano-electronic devices. In the thematic area physical sciences, the silver medal has been awarded to Samadhan Kapse along with Professor Ranjit Thapa for their research on descriptors and graphical construction for in silico design of efficient and selective single atom catalysts for EN era. In the thematic area physical sciences, the silver medal has been awarded to Y. Bhaskar Rao along with Dr. Lakshmi Narayan Patro for their research on electrochemical performance of sodium vanadide NVP and iron dope NVP cathode material for sodium ion battery application. Thank you, sir, for presenting the award. Now, I would like to request Professor R.S. Desikan, Associate Dean, Seams and Slash, to give the award. In the thematic area, sustainability, The gold medal has been awarded to Prabhakaran Ji along with Dr. Karthik Rajendran for prediction of anaerobic digestion performance using machine learning algorithm. There are few winners who could not join us on physical mode and they are there on virtual mode. So now I will announce the awardees on virtual mode. In the thematic area of cyber security, the gold medal has been awarded to Harshad Dhani along with Palak Agrawal, Dr. V.M. Manikandan for their research on novel high capacity reversible data hiding through encryption scheme by permitting RC4 encryption key and entropy analysis. Please, Dr. Manikandan. In the thematic area, digital technologies, the gold medal has been awarded to Nitesh Bharti, along with Dr. Manikandan and Mohit Kumar for their research on a hybrid system with number plate recognition and vehicle type identification for vehicle authentication at the restricted premises. Please, Dr. Manikandan, receive the medal on behalf of Nitesh Bharti. In the thematic area, signal processing, the silver medal has been awarded to Yogesh V. Lakshmi, along with Dr. Karthikeyan, Hariharan N. Avinash and VV for their research on landmine detection using sparse deconvolution. Thank you, sir, for presenting the award. Now I would like to request Dr. Ranjana to proceed further.
Now I would like to invite Dr. Vinayak Kalluri, Controller of Examination, to felicitate the medalist. In the thematic area, Commerce and Management and Economy, gold medal has been awarded to Buddha Fani Kiran with Nikita Kanaparthi. I would like to invite Professor T. Raghunathan to felicitate the medalist. Gold medal in the thematic area Commerce and Management and Economy has been awarded to Buddha Fani Kiran with Nikita Kanaparthi for the presentation Rasa chatbot with dual intent and entity transfer diet along with bidirectional encoder representation from transformers. In the thematic area environment, gold medal has been awarded to Swikriti Khatke with Nikita Kanaparthi and Nikhil Sesha Sai for the presentation Solar Power Forecasting using Machine Learning. I would like to request Dr. Pankaj Pathak to receive the medal on her behalf. Thank you, sir. Now I would like to invite Riyaj and Manogna for proceeding further.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, for presenting the vote of thanks, I would like to call upon Dr. Sabyasachi Chakrabarti Sir, co-convener, Research Day, February 2022.
Thank you. As all good things come to an end, so the 4th research day of SRM University AP Andhra Pradesh. Honorable dignitaries, distinguished guests, respected President, Honorable Vice Chancellor, beloved Pro Vice Chancellor, Dean, Associate Deans, faculty colleagues, and dear participants, a very good evening. On behalf of SRM University, Andhra Pradesh and its entire fraternity, I feel immense pleasure to take this opportunity to propose a vote of thanks to our chief guest, Dr. Tessie Thomas, a distinguished scientist and Director General of Aeronautical System, Defense Research and Development Organization, DRDO. She spared the time in her busy schedule to grace this Research Day occasion with her highly relevant addresses on, especially on missile technologies. It is indeed a critical topic in today's challenging time when the governments and business organizations across the globe looking at Indian innovations with a lot of expectations. Ma'am, I'm sure your talk has ignited many young minds, especially our students and faculties, to practice translational research that direct the fundamental science discoveries more quickly and efficiently into practice. Furthermore, I would like to take this opportunity to express my deep regards and gratitude to our President, Dr. P. Satyanarayanan sir, Vice Chancellor, Professor V.S. Rao sir, Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor D. Narayana Rao sir, for always encouraging us and providing opportunities to explore our thought and creating a vibrant research atmosphere at SRM University AP Andhra Pradesh. A special thanks to our deans, associate deans, directors for their constant support. Also, my deep sense of appreciation and thanks to all the participants, including medalists and the volunteers who attended the event both in auditorium and in online Zoom session with great enthusiasm and made it successful. I would like to thank the University ITKM department for all the technical support throughout the event. A special thanks to entire CLM team for making all these arrangements possible. I would also like to thank the media and the press present here for their wide coverage. A sincere thanks to Students Affairs Department for their support. Also, I would like to take this opportunity to thank our organizing committee or the team, including the chairpersons and the judges, for their relentless effort to make this a great success. Finally, for individual access, all the programs are recorded and made available on YouTube channel under SRM University AP Andhra Pradesh page. Once again, thank you all for being with us in this afternoon. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. To take forward the student and faculty interaction with our chief guest, Dr. Tessie Thomas, ma'am, I'd like to hand it over to Ranjit Thakur.
Sir, the volume is very low.
Any student would like to interact with madam?
Yeah, any students or faculty want to, hey, please come here, please. Please come to the dais, please. Any other student?
Our sound will go on, no?
Any student or faculty?
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
Very good afternoon. I
Yes.
came to the media, foreign media, that our DRDO is developing Kali and Durga missiles. But I have not listened a single thing from you.
What is
I
it?
just want to know more about that Kali and Durga missile.
Can you repeat the question? It was not clear.
Very low. Madam,
Volume is very low.
It has been long been discussed about Kali, that kiloampere linear injector missile developed by DRDO, which is a secret mission as per them, and
No,
also Durga missile.
I think I'm also not aware. I'm also not aware of that. If it is secret, we should not talk, no? It should remain secret.
This is Venkat Nori from Associate
Sir,
Professor.
not audible, sir. Sir, audio, we are not able to hear you.
Good afternoon, ma'am. This is Venkat Nori from Mechanical Engineering.
Little louder, sir.
Am I audible?
Yeah, very feeble.
Oh, okay. Is it audible now, ma'am?
Yes, now it's okay.
Okay. So, ma'am, actually, there are many research activities that you do in DRDO. And I know that there are many funding opportunities also in DRDO. But I mean, I just wanted to know, like in Isro, there is something called as a Respond project like that. And they give all the set of projects in Respond, like once in a year or twice a year or once in 2 years for faculty to people to come and work with Isro. At least Isro has that program. So do we have anything in place for DRDO, something similar to that?
Sir, we have
these are the
different
projects, these are the areas where we want to work with academics. And do you have any such set of topics or areas where you want to collaborate with academics, and that is released publicly for people
Yes,
like
sir.
us to come and work with you guys?
We have different areas in aerodynamics, structure, propulsion, materials. Similarly, like we have different boards, AR&DB, that is Aeronautical Research Development Board, then the Gas Turbine Technology Board, and we have a lot of Center for Research Initiatives, which is attached to IIT Madras and IIT Mumbai, IIT Delhi, and a lot of research innovatives, research activities from the ER and IPR projects. Directly, Delhi headquarters deals with that. So academia can interact and get projects. The proposal can be sent, and it will be allotted to the academic institutions.
Okay. From students, madam, one question. He is very curious to ask one question. Yeah, please go ahead.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I am.
Good afternoon. Slightly louder.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, ma'am. What is the opportunities for an MTech student to get into DRDO, ma'am?
Right now, we have recruitments through RAC. Like UPSC, we have recruitments through RAC. So whenever the vacancies are provided by the government calls for that, you can apply for it. There is a written exam all across the country, and the essential requirement is only BTech. MTech becomes an added requirement. We have JRF schemes, Junior Research Fellow schemes, wherein which MTech can apply and have PhD. You can work for 5 years and then register for PhD. That's one way. And the SRF, Senior Research Fellows, are also been recruited. Then there are lateral entry. If you are specific to some particular area, lateral entry advertisement comes, then you have to apply for it. So that is how. It all the vacancies based.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, madam, last question from one faculty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am, thank you for the opportunity. Myself, Dr. Pranav Mandal from 6th Department. So I work in the advanced materials research, so especially oxide materials, which are piezoelectric ceramic oxides. So I would like to know how we can get an opportunity to work in advanced science which are being used in DRDO, especially so that we can take our material research into application.
Yeah, we have our own laboratories at Hyderabad and Bangalore working on materials like DMRL and DRL Jodhpur for the stealth materials, and Bangalore works on the gas turbine technology materials. So research fields are open to you. If you can suggest some work areas that can be, you can send a proposal to either headquarters or to the lab director. They in turn will evaluate your proposal, and then work can be initiated, research work can be initiated. DRDO is presently open to industry as well as startups and academia for taking up any level of research work.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your valuable inputs and your time. Now moving forward.
Thank you.
Request everyone to please stand up for the national anthem. Thank you.
Thank you very much, madam. So we are closing. Close. अरे आप यहाँ आ जाइए, हमको बोल दीजिए क्लोज। Okay, madam, thank you so much.
Madam, we are all grateful to you. We invite you to visit the New Age University, SRM University, Andhra Pradesh.
Yeah, definitely, sir. Thank you.
We'll be highly
Thank you,
grateful
sir.
to you, madam. Yeah. Professor V.S. Rao also wants you.
Namaskar, madam. Thank you very much. I hope you recall our interactions when I was at BITS Hyderabad.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So thank you very much for giving a very inspiring and inquisitive, informative address, which has really inspired many of our faculty and students. As Professor Narayan Rao Garu said, I have also want to reiterate that you should visit this New Age University and address our students in the auditorium physically. I
Sure,
will
sir.
certainly
Sure,
meet
sir.
you when I come to Hyderabad. Thank you, madam.
Sure, sir. Thank you, sir.